What's up, everyone? We have so much to talk about today. The stock market is blasting to the upside. In this video, we're going to go over exactly why that's happening and the giant opportunities we now have in the market. We've been waiting for weeks to see a breakout of this giant chop zone, and it is now here, and the market is moving with a lot of momentum. Stick with us today. We have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of great movement, and as always, at the end of the video, we are going to be going over some giant smart money trades. But Tom, let's get right into today's video.
Yeah, Mike, this is absolutely insane. Like you said, we're finally breaking out of this chop zone, and the SPY is breaking above its recent high all the way up around 403.50. Now, I thought Powell might help the market go up today. I was not expecting a move up to 406.50, Mike. This is an insane breakout to the upside, and almost all stocks are really moving. I noticed Meta's flying up, Apple, Microsoft. I mean, stocks all across the board are recovering. Even Tesla's recovering up. So great to see, Mike. The heat map looks extremely green, and this is really coming in as Powell says that they might scale back the rate hikes. So as we know, we've been seeing 75 basis point rate hikes for the past few interest rate decisions. It looks like they will now be going more towards 50 basis points, he kind of indicated. Now, he did say that they could start in December, so keep that in mind. That does not mean that it will happen, but looking at the watch tool, Mike, they updated it now to a 77% chance of a 50 basis point hike, and the market loved this today. I think that's the main reason why the market ended up popping up.
Exactly. So for those of you who don't know, the Federal Reserve has been tasked with the very tough job of lowering inflation while at the same time not collapsing the economy. Jerome Powell is the head of the Federal Reserve, and he's like the top dog that everyone looks at when it comes to inflation and rate hikes and all that stuff. Basically, just like Tom said, there have been some pretty big rate hikes lately. And while those are good to help calm inflation, if there are too many big rate hikes, it could actually do more harm than good. So now Jerome Powell's like, all right, we're starting to see inflation come down, and we can actually lower the pace of the rate hikes. So for example, like there will still be rate hikes, like a 50 basis point rate hike set for the next meeting, but it will just get lower and lower as time goes on. And the market just loved that, just like Tom said. And, Powell was, he did what he does best. He made the market move up in a great way. Of course, he doesn't always make the market pop up, but most of the time he definitely has a very positive influence.
Yeah, he definitely does. And the whole tech sector was popping up. And even this morning we had Chinese EV stocks like XPEV up 45%, LI was up 22%, and we just saw stocks all across the board moving up. Even GLD, Mike, had a huge recovery intraday, which was great to see. And we saw the dollar collapse, which is a big thing as well. I know that we were watching this morning and last night, and the dollar's been kind of uptrending this week a little bit. So it's good to see that start to collapse back down there. And looking at rates, like the O2Y or the 2-year yield here, you can really see how that collapsed intraday, even more than like the dollar collapsed off. So pretty good to see that, Mike. It looks like those rates are coming down a little bit. And like we keep talking about, the market loved that. And even like the QQQ flew up, the Dow was flying back up, SPY. I mean, it was just an amazing day. And there's so many good stocks up over 5%. I know I already mentioned a couple, but like Meta's flying up. Netflix is up 9%. And then we even have like these EV stocks like Rivian up 10%, which is pretty crazy. So these growth stocks are even following along.
There we go. I'm just so happy to finally see some solid momentum back in the market. It's been a couple weeks of some pretty nasty chop, to say the least. But you talked about China stocks just a couple minutes ago. Companies like NIO, Alibaba, Baidu, PDD, XPEV, and many more. And for those of you who watch the channel actively, you guys know we've been talking about just China stocks overall so much over the past couple weeks. especially Queb, KWEB, and they've been flying up. So basically what we do every single day is we look at what trades hedge funds and other smart money firms are getting into, and then we share them with you guys in the videos, and we always share them at the end. So make sure to stick with us to the end of today's video. As always, we will be covering more smart money trades. But Tom, I'm pretty excited for the market for the rest of the week. We have some great momentum. What else do we have to look forward to throughout the rest of the week?
Yeah, so we do still have a few more earnings coming up here. We have Snowflake and Salesforce later on tonight, so we'll have to see how that goes. But with the market doing so much, I don't think that Snowflake or Salesforce will really affect it too much here. Tomorrow we have Dollar General, Kroger, and then ChargePoint. I think that these are going to be the main things to watch here for the end of the week, where we're going to see the most momentum come in. But on the economic calendar, we do actually still have some personal spending numbers tomorrow morning. That might actually be pretty big as well. And then on Friday, we have the unemployment rate and non-farm payroll. So I know that unemployment rate is also highly watched by the feds. And I know that's going to be pretty big on Friday morning too. So, hey, the volatility is not over. If some of these numbers actually come in negative, it might even reverse us down. But hey, I'm praying to God we have a nice continuation.
There we go. All right, so now into some solid plays for the rest of the week. One stock I am closely watching is GDX. I've also talked about this one over the past couple weeks. Basically, this is just an ETF or a bunch of gold mining stocks all under one ticker symbol. I've been seeing a lot of very bullish options activity on this stock from a lot of smart money players. I also just like the setup as it is. So I am definitely watching GDX to the upside, not only for the rest of the week, but over the next couple weeks as well.
Yeah, this has been a very bullish stock lately. I am very happy with the way gold has been moving, along with just gold miners in general. So yeah, GDX is fantastic. I really love that breakout today, Mike. It broke out of those recent highs around like 28.75. So good to see that. You know, we're going to get some good momentum here. And I hope that we end up seeing a nice like multi-day continuation. I know that, like you said, we've been talking about gold for quite a while, and hey, it's starting to pay off, guys. I hope that you start paying attention to some of those metals, because they seem pretty underpriced, especially gold. But one of my favorites today, Mike, I cannot go without talking about DraftKings, of course. They ended up flying up today in a pretty big way, and they are actually right around resistance, right around $15.50. So I really like DraftKings here for tomorrow. A lot of growth stocks are popping up, and I feel like DraftKings could end up following along. And one thing I do like about DraftKings is you can tell that they didn't necessarily like over recover today. If we go look at something like Meta, for example, it is so high intraday that it's almost scary in a way. I still love Meta, but you know, it's so high intraday, it's kind of scary. Whereas DraftKings had a bit of a smaller move. So who knows? Maybe it has more room to go up tomorrow.
Good stuff. All right, another one I'm watching is Shopify, SHOP. So this is a really great setup in my opinion. It is still very oversold. It has all-time highs around $176 per share. Right now it's lingering right around $40 per share, and it was at lows of around 23 over the past couple of weeks. There's a ton of upwards momentum with this stock right now. It's a very volatile stock, but I think at the current level and the current situation with the market overall, I think the risk reward setup with Shopify in the short term is pretty solid to the upside. So it's definitely one of the closest stocks I will be watching in the short term.
Yeah, I really like it too. You know, it's right around resistance. And if we get a nice continuation tomorrow morning out of the market, it'll probably have a very nice breakout. So definitely keep your eyes on it. Like you said, we've also talked about this one a lot, and it's very low here and starting to pop back up. Like you said, it had lows of 23. It's almost back up to 40 now. It's almost up 100%. But don't be too worried about that, guys, because when you zoom out, you can obviously tell there's a long way to go. Like even with XPEB today, Mike, it was up 40%, but you can tell like it's kind of like a weak 40%. I mean, I know it's not weak, but you know what I mean? It has a long way to go. So hopefully a lot of these stocks keep recovering up. And another one I'm looking at to recover is AMD. Advanced Micro Devices. I've really been waiting for a move with these guys for the past week or so. They've just been kind of in this chop zone, kind of like the market. But with them popping back up today, they're right around that 78 to 80 resistance again. So if I see a nice pop tomorrow morning up above 78, I also think this one could end up being a pretty good breakout play back to the upside.
There we go. If you guys like our videos, make sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll see our videos more often suggested to you. So definitely subscribe. We post every single day. But Tom, let's get right into the momentum plays for tomorrow. With the first one, we have Disney to the upside.
DIS, what a recovery out of Disney today. And I know they've had some good news with like the CEO shakeup lately. Go ahead and make them break out above $98. And if they break that, watch for a push up towards 100. That should be a pretty good, maybe a pretty good strategy to look for tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. With the next one, we have Amazon, also to the upside.
AMZN, very nice recovery. They're also right around resistance around 96. So if they could break out tomorrow above 96.25, I will look for some calls.
All right, and with the last one, we have Zoom, also to the upside.
ZM, yeah, looking pretty good. Right around $70. That's actually a pretty big support down there. Go ahead and make them break out above 75.10, which is right around 75, which is a pretty big level.
All right, so we're watching Zoom, Amazon, and Disney for potential day trades to the upside tomorrow, only if they break above the levels Tom listed. But Tom, it is now time for the member of the day. And today's member of the day is none other than Jerome Powell himself. Jerome Powell just did an amazing job at just blasting the market higher today. Huge shout out to today's member of the day.
Yeah, he is awesome. Let's go, Powell, guys. I mean, what else can we ask for, Mike? You know, Powell has been a money printer over the past few years. Now, I realize he has been hawkish a little bit this year because inflation has been so high, but it's very cool to see him moving the markets up today. I cannot wait now for that next FOMC meeting on December 14th. That's going to be a pretty big thing. Watch for that over the next couple weeks, guys. But yeah, let's go, Powell. I love him. Member of the day. Let's go. And if you guys love Powell, let me know in the comments down below, because, man, I know he gets a lot of love, a lot of flack, but hey, you can't argue with this good movement today.
So true. Yeah, I bet a lot of people love him today. You know, I mean, he made almost every single stock go up. Like, I'm looking through my watch list and it's like there's like a couple stocks that are red, and the stocks that are red are barely red. So like one of them is RCL. It's like it's red, but it's like it's not red.
Yeah, it's honestly had a really good recovery, even though it's technically down in the red. And hey, the only way you could hate him today is if you were gambling on puts before this happened. And hey, if you gambled on the puts, well, I feel bad for you today.
Oh gosh. Alrighty. So also, if you guys are looking for some daily options alerts, check out that first link in the description and the comments down below. Our bot had an amazing day today. It called out the Meta 111 strike calls at $212 each, and they ran all the way past $684 today. Yes, 212 to 684. This was an absolutely amazing play. Of course, not every single play is like that. No strategy can have every single trade win, but the bot does a damn good job. So if you're looking for daily options alerts, definitely check out that first link in the description and the comments down below. You get access to these exact trades, swing trades, a private community, a bunch of other custom bots that you won't find anywhere else. You can cancel at any time. You can chat with Tom and myself all day long, and you save $41 right now because we have a coupon running from your first month. Definitely check it out. It's that first link in the description and the comments down below. It's absolutely awesome, and definitely try it out at least for a month. But Tom, I am pumped for this week. We're finally seeing some solid momentum. Do you have any, any other things you're looking forward to for the rest of the week?
Yeah, fantastic movement today. I'm really looking for a nice continuation tomorrow. Even if we do pull back a little bit early on, I'm still going to look for a continuation maybe later in the afternoon or even later in the week. And we still have some pretty big stuff coming up, guys. So don't forget about those personal spending numbers tomorrow morning and the income numbers and the unemployment data Friday. That could still affect things a little bit, but fantastic stuff by Powell. Round of applause to him, and let's go. Like you said, Mike, it's been a long time since we've seen a breakout like this.
All right, and then we can't end the video without our smart money trade for today. Today we are looking at KGC. So today, some hedge fund trader put around $247,000 into the 5-strike call options for January 20th of 2023. Now this play is interesting. So basically KGC is a gold mining company. We've been seeing tons of very bullish options trades with gold mining companies over the past couple of weeks. I like to look at GDX because it's just an ETF with a bunch of gold miners all in one. But like I said, KGC, it's a gold mining company. The problem with this one, though, is the stock's at, $4.14, which is fine, but the option strike price is at $5. So it's like a high risk, high reward type play. For those of you who don't understand options, basically we have some whale trader betting that KGC will be above $5 on January 20th of 2023. The higher this one goes, the better for the trader behind it. But like I said, it's a high risk, high reward type play. It's more of a YOLO to me than anything else. But at the same time, it's not bad considering all of the very bullish options activity that we saw with gold miners in a very similar way that we saw them with China stocks before they moved up.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just nice to see smart money continuing to get into these plays. And even if you didn't want to play KGC, you could always maybe check out other stocks like GDX or something like that if you would prefer it. But yeah, KJC, it's cool to see the smart money putting money into this. And like you said, pretty short term and pretty far away on the strike. It does make me wonder if almost they're shorting it, but I wouldn't think they are.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, I wouldn't think they would short the 5-strike call in this scenario. Maybe it's a covered call, which, like, it's not a short naked call, but, it is what it is. It's a tough one, that's why, like, I think I'm just going to stay on the sidelines with this one.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome though, and it's still either way. I'm glad that they went out to $5 with this because even if they are shorting that, it means that they might be expecting a bit of a shorter term uptrend, but maybe just not all the way to 5. So very interesting there. And I think it can maybe give us more insight into maybe GLD and GDX. And man, just look at GLD on that daily chart. This is just starting to get so bullish.
Yeah, I really love to see it. So I'm very excited going forward, guys. We're having some awesome momentum in the markets. We're seeing a lot of great movement overall. I think the next couple weeks will be filled with opportunity. I mean, today was just absolutely awesome. So much positive movement. And I think there's just going to be tons of opportunities going forward. I'm super excited. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. You'll see our videos recommended to you more often. And check out that first link in the description and the comments down below. Our bot is awesome and it's definitely worth trying out at least for 1 month. Today's play went absolutely crazy. $212 all the way up to $684. Definitely check it out. Besides that, thank you guys so much for watching and let's end the week strong.